We are in FL Studio 24 doing a quick review and then we're going to move forward. So tell me some stuff. What do you guys know about FL Studio, what we talked about yesterday? Nobody knows anything? Sebastian? Yeah. And how would I utilize those instruments that I got from the packs? Say it with your chest. What is it? Channel rack. Okay, so this is the channel rack. I actually have an empty one here, so I don't have any sounds in it. Um, these are my own personal sounds. I can show you guys how you can add your own in probably by the end of this class. But you can go into packs if you want to get some drums. So I'm going to put a kick in here. Oh, I don't have the speakers on. What? Why is it only playing? Are these speakers on? No? It's because they're not plugged in. Good job. That might have helped. And alright. Is that too loud for you guys? Alright. So there's your 808. Remember I told you guys this is based on a Roland 808 drum machine. That's a nod to this sound. So I'm gonna throw this in here. I got my kick. Let's go for. I'll actually get a different one too. I don't like those. Sure. Okay, and then I'll go for some snares. 808 snare. Why not? I'll go for, let's see what's in percussion. Sure. And I kind of like that. So as you can see, guys, I can just pick from over here and just pull stuff in. Another thing that you can do as far as sounds in this packs, I was looking for hats. 808CH means closed hat. So how do I make drum patterns now? We were talking about this yesterday. Ooh, your name is... Help me out. RJ! Should have known that. Okay, so I can press these buttons. I can actually hold and drag if I wanted. With that. I'm just going to extend this out to 32 beats. Okay, so I'm having something weird happen. This is overlapping on itself. So I can actually, I could trim this. I could do a like crossfade. Or, when we talked about this yesterday, I can go in and manipulate the what? You guys took notes on this. Attack, decay, sustain, and release. Okay, so I can play with the attack. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little square here. The ADSR. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. Is there something wrong with my speaker? Is it only doing that on this speaker, or is it doing it on this one too? Good idea. Let me try that. That means the left one's blown. Oh no! No, that can't be. I don't even blast this like that. Maybe I just need to reconnect it. Because that's not what it's supposed to sound like. That's crazy. Let me check something real quick. I'm going to check on my headphones. I'm so sad. Okay, you want to pay for it? You know how much these cost? It's really just the sub. Quiet down. Let me look at something. Do they cost 1,500? Okay, let me try a different sound really quick, because it could just be this sound. And then I'll just have to move on. It's just that speaker. Or maybe it's the cable. That could be it too. Yeah, I'm switching them. Yeah, I switched it. Let's see. Quick troubleshoot. Can you guys stop talking, please? Let's see if this changes it. It's just that speaker. That's bizarre. I've never even heard of that happening before. Because it's like intermittent. It's not just like actually blown out. Okay, we're doing the class with just one speaker then. Okie doke. Back to where we were. Okay, whatever. So we got a drum pattern now. You guys know that much. We talked about the piano roll also. What we didn't talk about is that you can change a pattern. So this is pattern 1. I can move this up to pattern 2 now. And I have a completely different set of slots that I can fill. So I can make a different drum pattern if I want. Or I could do something with melody. In FL Studio, and this is actually one of the other reasons that I chose to teach this program, is there's a bunch of actually pretty good stock sounds in here. One of those is going to be flex. This is probably the newest addition to FL Studio over the last couple years, and it has some pretty good melodic instruments that you can use. And we haven't quite talked about melody and such just yet, but we're going to get into that today. So I don't know if you guys saw how I added flex, but at the bottom of the channel rack, you can click the plus sign. And that plus sign at the bottom of the channel rack grants you access to all these plugins. So you just press this plus sign here, and then you can open up. Anthony, could you lift your head up, please? Thanks. And you can pick sounds. Now, a lot of these sounds are sounds that I bought. They're third-party sounds, but there's the FL keys also. So this actually gives you access to a very horrible piano. I say it's horrible because it doesn't sound like a real grand piano you've ever. I'll show you the difference. I'm going to show you a more expensive piano. This is one of the top of the line piano plugins called Keyscape by this company called Spectrasonics. So I'm going to click on acoustic pianos, and I'm going to click, I'll go for cinematic. You guys hear the difference? Versus this one. One sounds cheap. Versus that has a lot to do with like reverb and spacing and stuff, and I'll tell you guys about that a little later. But there are pianos in Flex. You just have to look for them. So if you scroll through here and you go to, I think, General MIDI Library, you can scroll down to Piano Dark. Sounds kind of the same. Piano Bright. There's even electric pianos in here. Let's see, electric piano. And actually, that FL Keys does have other sounds in it. You can use a Rhodes. I think this is probably one of the better sounding sounds in there. Or you could use an organ. So yeah, we got FL Keys. You guys have notebooks, right? So you know what sounds to use when I tell you guys to do an assignment and you gotta make melodic sounds. You guys have notebooks? You guys are writing down the stuff? Okay. FL Keys, Flex. Another one that's in here is GMS. Pretty cool little synthesizer here. There's basses in here. So if you play them in a lower register, it's more of like an electric bass. Okay, so I'm showing you this because you guys already know what you can do with the piano roll. So with the piano roll, let me get rid of this keyscape. With the piano roll, you could type in or click in different notes, just like you did with the drums. Why is your computer open, Hunter? Oh, like it just like accidentally opened? Is that what happened? Or did you intentionally open it? Like it just lifted all the way up enough for you to do stuff on it? Yeah, it happens to me never, so yeah. So this is the FL keys and I have the organ selected. So you can put some notes in here and like maybe make a melody if you want. I'm not really paying attention to like what key I'm in or anything like that. I'm just making sounds. So okay, and you can do that same thing with anything else. You can toggle sounds through here, so I could click on GMS if I wanted to. Okay, you can also, if you want, I personally feel like this is a little bit more difficult, but you could do that without going into the piano roll by clicking the little bars up top there and doing a note pitch. If you're a little bit more focused on making like a pattern first. So how many of you have taken like a basic music class like when you were in school? Anybody? Did anybody learn how to play like a recorder or anything like that? Yeah, that's a basic music class. Did you guys learn anything about scales? What you got, Anthony? Yeah, that's actually a little bit more advanced. I don't mind. I will kind of sort of teach you guys that at some point, but for now, on a piano, all the white keys are in the key of C major or A minor, which means you can't go wrong so long as you hit one of these white keys to make a melody. So if you're in here and you're trying to make a melody, anything that is a white key is going to be fair game. So I could just do this. Okay? As long as you're hitting the white keys, you're fine. Now, if you want to do it this way, there's a concept called transposing. Transposing. I'm just talking, you guys don't want to take notes? That's crazy. You guys need to stand up and shake it out? You guys falling asleep? What? Okay. You can transpose. So I can make something in this, and let's say I want it to be in a different scale. I can just hold shift and press down. If I want to drop it down an octave, which is moving it all the way down to like another set of, like, let's say we're at C5, which is where we started, and I wanted it to be one octave lower, so I wanted it to be on C4, I could press Control or Command down. Okay? Now, let's make a song from scratch. I'm going to make a brand new project here. What do I do if I want to add a melodic instrument? Okay. And which ones do we have to choose from? Which ones did I say? FL Keys, GMS, and Flex. Which one do you guys want me to use? Okay, I heard FL Keys first, so I'll do FL Keys. And in FL Keys, you want me to use a grand piano? Do I need to separate you guys? No. Okay, prove it. Okay. Thanks. So we can go piano, general piano, Rhodes, or organ. What do you guys want? Rhodes? All right. So I'm going to open this up, open up the piano roll, and I'm going to just press some of these white notes. I'm actually going to slow this down. So I didn't talk to you guys about this yesterday, but you can change the BPM, the beats per minute, BPM, beats per minute, BPM, beats per minute. How are you going to take notes without a utensil in your hand? BPM, beats per minute. Okay, you can change the beats per minute by changing this number up here. So it's almost always going to open at either 130 or 140. You can drag it down or drag it up. I'm going to drag it down in this instance. I think I'm going to go to about like 100. And if I hit this button here, it gives me a metronome. So if I go up to 140, that's like where we started. This is too fast for me right now. I'm going to go to 100. You can also right click this and you can just select like 80, 90, 100, 140, different stuff like that. 2 fingers if you're on a Mac. So I'm going to click 100. And I'm going to show you guys a quick little cheat code. So I am going to teach you about chords eventually. But for now, if you guys want to use chords, there is a chord stamp that allows you to select chords. Also, in FL24, there's like a chord progression creator. We'll get to that later. But for now, I'm going to click this arrow here, and I'm going to click stamp. And in here, it shows me all different types of stuff. I could put a minor harmonic scale. And if I just click somewhere, click here, all these notes are in the C minor harmonic scale. So if I hit any of these notes, I'm going to be playing C minor harmonic. What's up? Do that again? Yeah, sure. So I'm just going to delete this really quick. This little arrow here on the piano roll, you click the arrow down, click stamp, and then you can click a scale if you want, or you could click chords if you want, or you could do fill each 4 steps or each 2 steps like you can on the channel rack. So like, look, if I did fill each 2 steps, it'll just put it there for me when I click, okay? If I go here and I say stamp, and I want to do a minor 7th chord, for example, I can click on C, and it'll give me, this is a minor 7th chord, listen to it. That's a minor 7th chord. All these notes are in minor 7, and when you click it like that, they stay together. So if I move one, they all move together. Oh, yeah. I actually have that sound, but it's not stock, so I'm not going to show it to you right now. Okay, so I'm going to make a quick little chord progression. I'm going to do a, open this up, I'm going to go to arrow, I'm going to press stamp, I'm going to say major 7th. I'm going to probably go up a little higher. Okay. So I got a C major 7 right here. I'm going to click this arrow again, and I'm going to go to stamp, and I want to go to, let's go minor 7th. Could do like a D minor 7. So that's what these sound like together. I could drag these out like that. So if I wanted to drop those down 1 octave, what would I press? Command down. So I'm going to click Control down. Now it's an octave lower. Okay. I'm okay with that for now. We're keeping it simple. I want to add a bass to this. I recommend using either Flex or GMS for that. How would I do that? Hit plus. Let's go to Flex since that's what you guys said. One of my favorite basses in here is called Sine Bass. So I'm going to click General MIDI Library and scroll down. Yeah, S-I-N-E. It's like geometry. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, trigonometry too. Do I see it in here? Do I see it in here? Where is it? What's up? Can I do what? Yeah, you can search sounds. I could type it in here. Maybe it's in this one. Yeah, there we go. Sine wave. So I just typed in here and it's sine wave. So if I use this low, that gives you your bass notes. You guys hear that? So I'm just going to mimic what I have going on with the bottom note of my chord. Cool thing about that is if you're on the same pattern and you click piano roll, it shows you the notes that you have on another instrument. That's what's great out there. So I'm just going to put these notes, and then I'm going to drop them down an octave because it's bass. What's up?
Can you change the bass of different sounds?
What do you mean? Can I change the bass of different sounds? What do you mean by that?
Can you change that bass?
Like change it to what? I'm just trying to understand. What do you mean? Like you don't like the sound, or you mean like? Okay, if it comes back to you or if you need to know, just ask me again. Okay, so I got the bass notes here underneath those chords. That sounds nice, right? Now I don't have to drag it out like that. I could do a little pattern underneath it. Like maybe I could do this. So if I wanted to add drums to that, how would I do that? Could go to packs, so I'll open this up, I'll go to packs, click on drums, could go for kicks. One of my favorite folders under packs is legacy, and then I'll go into drums and I'll click hip hop. I feel like these drums are a little better. And I can do this all in the same pattern, so. Actually take this, right click it, click cut, make a different pattern, go here, and then I can introduce you to something called the playlist. The playlist. So the playlist is this first box here. Click on it, and I could take pattern 1 and I could put it here, and I could take pattern 2 and I could put it here. So when I click song, I can play them together. Oops. Like that, you can make a pattern, put it on the playlist, and let this loop while you add sounds to it. Feel like any of these sounds are too loud, you have two options. Okay, option number 1, you can adjust the volume right to the left of it, and it's going to be the second knob. You can turn it down. So right now I feel like the bass is a little loud, so I can turn this down. Oops, let me move this so you can see. Usually when you touch things, it'll show you in that upper left hand corner up here what you're doing. So you see this box right here? When I move this knob, it's going to tell me, oh, I'm changing the volume 38%, 40%, something like that. So I'm going to turn the bass down a little bit. What's up? The first knob is panning. So who knows what panning is? Simon? Yeah, so if both of these speakers were working, I could show you. I'll try it anyway. So if you guys haven't guessed already, you know what your homework's going to be, right? What? Yeah, you're going to make your first little beat. My email address is on that sheet that I just handed to you. So I'm going to show you this really quick, and then I'm going to show you how you can turn it into a WAV file and email it to me. It would be due Friday. So you guys have time to play around. Oh my goodness. What if I turn the sine wave off? If I turn the kick off? Okay. So I told you you can affect the volume with that second knob to the left of whatever sound you're using. I'm going to introduce you to this other important window called the mixing window. It's going to be box number 4. Okay. Box number 4 gives you this nice little mixer. How many of you guys have seen pictures of music studios before? Okay. So actually, I'm going to pull up a picture for you. So SSL soundboard. Okay, so that mixing rack is a virtual version of this. When you go into a studio, you see these different things. Obviously, I have my speakers here, but this here is the mixing board that you would see in a real studio. So if you compare that to here, it's got all the same things. I wish I could see like a vertical overview. Yeah, like this picture. What's up? Yep. Vegas. Because that's where I live. Okay, so yeah, it's a similar situation. These blue knobs are going to be the pan, and these buttons allow you to mute it, and these little faders allow you to turn it up and down. Just like this. These knobs right here are your pan. So, since I have both speakers on, this is the master channel, okay? The master channel is what everything goes through. I can set each of these sounds to their own channel. And once I do that, I can affect those sounds. What's up?
Why are the things so expensive?
Oh, the SSL board? Well, because there's a lot of technology that goes into it. They're really big. They usually take up like half the room. They're very heavy. Yeah, so that's part of it. So I'm going to play with the panning. Panning you can only do when you have 2 channels of audio. 2 channels of audio is stereo. Okay, you guys heard the word stereo before? Yes? Stereo always consists, well, basic stereo always consists of a left channel and a right channel. So when you have 2 channels, it allows you to have both a left and a right channel. That's why I have 2 speakers, one left speaker, one right speaker. When I play this, I'm going to turn it all this way. I've panned everything left now. My left, your right. I've panned everything left. If I do this, now I've panned everything right. I can set this back in the middle. And if I want to drop all of these different sounds onto their own track, pay attention, y'all. This is what you need to do. You want to double click this block here so that they're all highlighted. Because if you just do one, then you only get one. If you double click this so that they're all highlighted, you right click on whichever channel you want to start on. And then you select channel routing and you say route selected channels starting from this track. Watch what happens when I click this. It's now named every track after all of the tracks here, vertically going down versus the horizontal. So every single track now is on the mixing track, the mixing rack. Question?
How'd you do that again?
So you highlight this by double clicking. Then you go to a channel, you click channel routing. I'm sorry, you right click on the channel, you click channel routing, and then you do route selected channels starting from this track. If you do this first one, it's just going to put all those sounds on one. If you do the second one, it'll lay it out like that. Okay? What's up? I don't have any tissues, so you'd have to go to the bathroom. Do you want to do that? We got like maybe 5 more minutes, or if you want to run, you can, because that could probably get really annoying. What's up?
One more time, can you show us how you did the first thing? It was like the chords, where it was like the humming noise.
The humming noise?
It was like the
Oh, okay, yeah. I am uploading this after class, like immediately, but I'll show you. So let's say I'm going into FL Keys. I'll just make a new pattern. Right click so that you go to the piano roll. Make sure that FL Keys is selected or whatever sound that you want to make your melodies on. You click on this arrow here, click stamp, and then you can pick, you know, a major chord if you want, major seventh, a minor chord, or minor seventh, a minor ninth. You could click octave if you want. I could do minor ninth, and then whichever note I click, it's going to give me a minor ninth. So this is it, and that's my minor ninth. What's up? I'm sorry? The playlist is going to be this first one right here. Yes, sir?
Where can we see when you upload it? Is that on Canvas?
No, it's on the website for the classroom, and it's on the syllabus that I just handed out to you. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so am I free to make something that's not so basic? Okay. I'm going to save this, though, just so you guys can refer to it later. Just put in class. I got like 5 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? Or is anybody like not confident that they'd be able to do this and turn something in? What's up?
Oh, do we have to use the piano keys?
Yeah. Of course you do. I want drums and a melody. Drums, chords, melody. Or just drums and a melody. I don't care. I just want some sort of melodic sound and some sort of drum pattern. So I'm going to save this like this. I recommend that you guys save like this. I don't believe that you guys are actually able to open save stuff, but you could send it to me and I can open it. This is just saving the project. I'm not talking about saving the audio file. I'm going to show you guys how to do that immediately after this, but I'm just saving this for now. So call this in class, and you save it wherever you like. You can put it on your desktop, or you could create a folder on your desktop that you can go to. Okay, if I want to make this into a WAV file, I click File, Export, WAV file. You name it whatever you want. I'm going to name it WAV, in class, WAV, save, and then make sure that WAV is selected. If you want it to be what you've put in the playlist and not just a pattern, pay attention. If you want it to be what you put in the playlist, make sure when you're looking at mode up top here that you're selecting full song. Because if you just do pattern, it's going to be whatever pattern you have selected. So right now I just have that chord that I just showed Lucas. If I select full song, now you see the total time is 10 seconds. When I had just pattern, it said 2 seconds. Okay, is everybody paying attention? Is anybody confused by that? Full song. Okay, then I'm going to click start, and it's going to do that. Now, I could open up a new project, for example, go to my desktop, if it'll load for me quickly. And I can drag this into my playlist, and you'll be able to hear exactly what I made. So this is, that's everything right there. So you would take that file and you would email that to me. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay, proper format for emailing me. You put your name, music production, in the subject. Attach your file and send it to me. Any questions about that? What are you guys supposed to do? Yep, Hunter, what is it? Yep. Anthony, what is it? And how do you email me? Good. No, this is my only period for music production. What's up? Do I have a tag? Yes. No, not right Okay, I only have 3 minutes, so I probably can't cook up anything too quick, but I am going to show you what it's like to use samples. So I make samples with some of my buddies. You guys actually have access to like some loops in here. If you go to packs and you click loops, you can take drums. You could drag that into your playlist, and then you could make your own. You can make your own melodies on top of that. What's up?
For this, can we use the loops?
Yeah. That would show me that you know what you're doing if you're listening at least. So let's see. I got kits in here. New folder. So I showed you guys that that track that we did. Right? I can show you the different drum loops that we had. So if I was going to use a loop, I want to make sure that I know what the BPM is. What's up, Hunter?
The recording of this, is it gonna be on?
Yeah, it'll be on the website. I'm literally going to upload it as soon as you guys leave.
Okay.
So there's that, and then I might take a sample and try to find it. Now, if you guys pay really close attention, I know there's only 2 minutes, but check this out. I put these drums in here, and they're at 112 BPM. I could pick one of these samples, like let's say I took this one. Or this one. So the thing that you want to pay attention to, this is now set to 112 BPM. I'm going to click on this in the upper left-hand corner, click channel settings, switch this to stretch, and now when I increase the speed of this, that drum loop is going to also increase with the speed of the project. So right now it sounds like this. Oops. Now it's going faster because it's at 135. So if I take this 115, I could take the project up to 115, and now these drums will go with this sample. Alright, see you guys on Friday. I'm going to upload this right now if you guys need to review anything, okay? Yeah, your homework is to email me a quick little music idea that you make based off of the stuff that we were just talking about. Yeah.